Good evening. I'm Stussy Norcat, and this is Constructive News for Sunday, April 6, 2025. Tonight, the economic ripples, or perhaps tidal waves, from President Trump's sweeping new tariffs continue to spread, dominating discussions from Wall Street to Main Street, and indeed, around the globe. We'll delve into the latest fallout, including protests across the nation and international reactions. Also tonight, a concerning health development in West Texas as a second child succumbs to measles-related complications. And later, in sports, the NHL playoff picture gets a bit clearer, while in the Premier League, a stunning upset shakes up the top of the table. But first, the dominant story remains the implementation and impending expansion of President Trump's ambitious, some might say audacious, tariff strategy. A baseline 10% tariff on most goods imported into the U.S. from hundreds of countries went into effect yesterday, alongside a 25% tariff on imported vehicles and parts. The administration insists this is an economic revolution, a necessary rebalancing to bring jobs back home, urging Americans to hang tough through any initial turbulence. President Trump, via social media, promised the end result would be historic, though conceded perhaps with a touch of understatement. It won't be easy. Easy, it seems, is not the word on many economists' lips. Concerns about rising consumer prices, potential recession, and retaliatory measures are mounting. China has already responded with its own tariffs, and British automaker Jaguar Land Rover announced a pause on all U.S. shipments, citing the vehicle tariffs. Adding another layer, steeper, targeted tariffs are set to hit over 50 countries deemed to have trade imbalances with the U.S., starting April 9th. These include additional duties on goods from China, Vietnam, and the European Union. White House officials, like economic advisor Peter Navarro, downplayed market fears, predicting the Dow Jones Index would easily hit 50,000 during a second Trump term, a forecast perhaps filed under optimistic. Meanwhile, thousands protested across the U.S. yesterday against the administration's policies, tariffs included, under banners like "Hands Off." The global economic order, it seems, is in for a rather bumpy ride. Turning to domestic news, a somber update from West Texas, where health officials have confirmed a second child has died from measles-related causes. This brings the state's total case count close to 500 amid an ongoing outbreak. This tragic development underscores the continued public health challenge posed by the resurgence of measles, a disease once declared eliminated in the United States. Health authorities continue to urge vaccination as the most effective preventive measure against the highly contagious virus. On the political front, the debate over President Trump's tariffs extends beyond economics and into the legal and political arenas. Several Democratic lawmakers, including Senator Adam Schiff, are exploring strategies to counter the executive actions, while some Republicans, like Senator James Lankford, are discussing potential congressional interventions to reclaim authority over trade policy. Former Vice President Mike Pence has sharply criticized the tariffs, labeling them the largest peacetime tax hike in U.S. history. Simultaneously, the administration is defending its actions in court, including a case involving a Maryland man erroneously deported to El Salvador, with a judge reaffirming an order for his return by Monday, a decision the Justice Department is appealing. And finally, in the world of sports, the Premier League title race took a dramatic turn yesterday. Leaders Liverpool suffered a shock 3-2 defeat away at Fulham. A disastrous first-half defensive display saw Liverpool concede 3 goals, ultimately ending their long, unbeaten run and handing Fulham a memorable victory at Craven Cottage. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Southampton's relegation was confirmed after a loss to Tottenham. In the NHL, several teams battled in crucial late-season games yesterday. The Tampa Bay Lightning clinched a playoff berth despite a shootout loss to Buffalo, thanks to the New York Rangers falling 4-0 to the New Jersey Devils, and the Vegas Golden Knights secured a vital 3-2 overtime win against the Calgary Flames. That's constructive news for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stussy Norcat. Good night.